Basically, there's a lot of data that you can pick up by fishing that could be useful for people who work for the Game and Fish Commission. Essentially, the backpack has a rod that connects to it that you can dip into water, and it sends out shocks to all the fish that are around it. And with that, you're able to get certain details about the fish, how many there are, you can weigh them. Essentially, the project that we're working on has to deal with the connection between the backpack and a data format that's easy to look at and review. So we will be sending over Bluetooth information about current, voltage, time of day, GPS location to an app. From there, you can either email or USB connect and send that information over to a computer and you can look at it. I've been working more so on the hardware side of things. I am a computer engineering major, so naturally that's where my interests and skills lie as opposed to the app. Essentially, what I've been doing this semester to help out with this project is breaking down the packets that are being sent over by the backpack on the app. So each time that the shocker settings are changed on the backpack, there's a settings packet that's sent over, and I've been helping to decode what all information is being sent over. That way, we are able to split it up and then have different things pop up on the app.
The main thing that I've done for this project would be the circular buffer, which is where when the backpack's sending a lot of information all at once, it needs to store it. And if there's not a Bluetooth connection that is working properly, it needs to be able to hold that information and wait for a Bluetooth connection to be established before it can send everything over. And then we haven't really worked on it yet, but I'm also taking a forefront on the documentation for the project. So basically writing down everything that we've done, all of the diagrams for the circuit we made, and then basically instructions on how to use everything so that the Midwest Lakes could use all of the information that we've done and potentially work on it further in the future after we're done.
This project has two components. One is like the hardware and then the other is like the software, specifically the mobile application. And that's what I'm in charge of because I'm the only CS major in the project. So I've been kind of handling the mobile part of the project, so creating the application and then having it communicate with the ESP32 over Bluetooth. I've had some exposure to creating apps for iOS, and then this semester I'm actually in mobile programming. So I've had the exposure of creating Android applications prior to this one, so that really helped out. I really like creating mobile applications, and I think this project really helped me understand how to set up Bluetooth and how to communicate over Bluetooth. Getting that Bluetooth set up, that has been my favorite part. And whenever I see the data coming off the backpack and I'm able to visually see it on the app, that gives me immense pleasure because I was able to contribute to this project through my skills. It is very difficult because sometimes it doesn't work out and you don't really know where you've gone wrong. So there's like numerous factors involved with setting it up correctly, and if one thing is off, the entire thing will not work. So I've had to watch multiple tutorials on YouTube, and then what really worked for me was following a code lab online. There's code labs that are put out by Google because they kind of own Android Studio, which is the framework I'm using to create this mobile application. So following that tutorial helped me set up the Bluetooth.
So my role for this project is to establish serial communication between the Electro-Fishing backpack unit and the mobile application. This has been the most hands-on project, so like I'm actually getting to work with microcontrollers and being able to use kind of my hardware side of what I've learned at the university to like implement with this project. Working with the ESP32, it's been really fun being able to actually see how serial communication works and then being able to take that, figure out also how Bluetooth works, which is really cool. The ESP32 is a microcontroller. So it takes in information from the backpack and then we send that information over to the mobile application. It's really cool. Just being able to take what I've learned from like embedded systems class and being able to like work on this in person, it's really awesome.
Communication is very important, being able to, I guess, work with other people's schedule, understand other people's strengths and being able to build off of them, and understanding your own weaknesses and being able to communicate that with others so that they can pick up where you're falling off. I think everybody has learned something from it. I think we've got a better understanding of our strengths and weaknesses, like being able to talk to outside sources, being able to communicate with each other, kind of be a pseudo project manager, being able to understand that you need to get things done when you say you're going to get things done, because other people are relying on you. So I would say it's been an overall positive experience for everybody. I think this is something that we're going to be able to take into the future and be able to build on the things that we've learned here.
My favorite part of this project has definitely been my teammates. We've had a lot of fun getting to know each other while working on a really cool project. I also really like the hands-on aspect of it. It's really cool having a physical backpack in front of us and just using all sorts of cool tools. Like, some of us learned how to use an oscilloscope and solder properly for the first time, so it's been good for learning as well. There's been a few teams that have worked on this project. Out of all of them, we have made the most progress on it, so at this point, we are pretty much done with it. The future of it is having everything that we've done here sent over to Midwest Lakes, the company that we're working with for this, have them look it over, and they're interested in implementing what we've worked on in their product. If you think about it, there's not a lot of opportunities that students have to make something that actually gets used in real life. But knowing that something that I directly worked on is now going to be a part of something larger than just a capstone project is pretty cool.